again. Sorry for that.
Cross-country racing, that's what I love the most. MTB marathons are cool, but cross-country is cross-country, and this is a typical cross-country track. Very tricky, very difficult, very technical and demanding, not only physically but mentally and technically so much. The first thing that I did wrong is that I was continuously pushing the main menu button on my computer. And I didn't know why did it start. I don't know why it happened. I wasn't stressed, I wasn't out of focus, but I was just still pushing the wrong button. So no speed so far. You can't see how fast we are riding, but just in a couple of seconds as I settle down on this track here on the stadium, I'm gonna push start, and you will see the speed, and it's gonna happen right now, I think. Yeah, it's working. So guys, I'm gonna show you a couple of technical places where I did quite good and where I did bad, and I need to improve that, which is a very important goal. I take it very seriously. This is Polish Cup. These riders are strong. We are very few here because cross-country is not popular. Marathons are super popular, cross-country is not popular. Maybe also because how hard it is. This is one of the most technical tracks I've ridden. I would say it's more demanding than the Nowe Mesto in Czech Republic. So Polish Cup on this side is really good. So we are now pushing up the hill, and there will be now the descent, and that's the first technical place on which I need to work more. We've seen that on the first cup I went for in June, that I needed to improve, and that's the place here. Boom, boom. You see the mistake. It's not a mistake, but it's a lack of technical. I should jump. I should do one longer jump, then go smoothly through this berm, and now jump again without going through both bumps. So that's something I need to work on. Next year I'm gonna be super fast on this section. It's true that I have the riders ahead of me, so I can't really ride faster. But I should do that on the second, third, and fourth lap, which I didn't do. We're gonna compare the first and the second lap in the second, screen to screen. I'm gonna show you some interesting comparisons here. And now the off-camber, lots of off-camber riding here, and I do confirm the new Racing Ralph plus the front leading tire, which is the Racing Ray, are good tires. These are all like all-rounder cross-country tires. I did feel very good on these tires. Also on this track, lots of roots, and there is, you know, these are just like small things where you can push the bike, lean it a little bit better, and be a little bit faster. I felt here as I was just on the brakes because of the rider ahead of me, and I was telling to myself, you're gonna be faster on the next lap, you're gonna be faster, that's your strong point. Here also I wanted to overtake because I saw the riders felt slower, not that powerful on the uphill, but I still have time. There's going to be 4 laps. Look at this point here, one little route, but if you hit it from the wrong side, from the right side, you would crash. That's the cross country. You need to focus. And then just like 30 meters of riding on the flat, and then we hit another descent. Super technical, very tight corners. It is very steep also, and lots of roots. I can feel. I even wanted to overtake, but now I decided to overtake here. Now B line straight ahead, A line to the left. The riders just stopping there because it was so tight and super difficult wall down here. So as you can see, those riders unclipped and almost stopped to prepare their bikes and themselves for the steep. It's like almost like a drop. It's like a steep wall. It's maybe 3-4 meters high. You can see how small the riders become just within like half a second. That's how steep it is here. right there, and then you feel the acceleration. It's amazing, guys. Cross country is amazing. If you have some hours already ridden in the technical terrain, do some cross country. You're gonna love it. It's never boring. I mean, mountain bike marathons are not boring for me, but it's not the place here where you can simply push and, like, you know, focus on the physical work. You have to be focused on all the details, all the corners, all the routes and everything. So now we are hitting the longest climb, very cross-country climb. Punchy, steep, technical. We've got some rocks here. I'm just letting know now the guys. I'm going in between of you, so on the left of the black one. But he didn't really listen, so I'm going left. Okay. I said sorry, guys. So it's cool. Let others know when you do overtaking. I felt I had to do it here because that was my tempo, and we had the leading guys ahead of me. I made up a lot of time on the fourth lap, like 15 or 20 seconds, but I didn't win. I was third in our category, but we were very few, so it's nothing to brag about. I did like the race. When you see the rider accelerating like that at the beginning of the race, I'm thinking, he's going to pay for that, and that's what happened. I always tell you that, guys, because we're not on that high level that we can just, you know, accelerate and disappear. This is not a pro level. Now these descents are amazing. You should go really wide on each corner. Don't try to have too high speed. Just be smooth between those corners, because that's when you really ride faster. And now I'm just like cutting on the left here and making maybe 1 or 2 seconds. It's always beneficial for you guys. And then I can see the rider ahead of me lost his momentum. I decide to overtake because now it's coming very, very difficult 2 corners, and if somebody stops, you would stop, and I wouldn't be able to start again on the bike because of how steep it was. It's gonna be just in the second. This corner here very tricky because you're hitting these roots and you go like straight against the hill. And then the off-camber, that's here. So you have to, this route here, you have to like go over it. And now we've got lots of routes from this tree, very steep. You need to push the bike, go off the saddle, and let your tires smoothly go through the route. That was amazing. Now we go back to the stadium and we've got this drop, but the drop was with a very flat landing, so you had to dive. You see my elbows now go straight. I'm diving with my bike because when the ground is flat and you're going off the drop, you could just crash. You could not only bottom out, you could break your wheels or your frame. So there were lots of nice corners like here, and this one also. I'm gonna sack on one of the corners here, and then we'll compare it to another one from the next lap, because I am riding quite fast, but it was too fast right here. You see, it was just too fast. I almost stopped, and that's what I've been learning with Tony Ferreiro. You should think about your speed at the exit of the corner, not when you go into the corner. That's very, very important to know. And then another climb, another very tricky climb, where you can lose your traction right here. Okay, but I didn't lose it. And then you go through the off-camber. And if somebody goes down the off-camber to the right, it will be very difficult to ride it on the bike. So once again, this was the route you could stop on. Some riders did, and now we go straight against the hill. Once again, routes from this tree here, and we're going straight into the off-camber from here. Very tricky, very tricky. The more tired you are, the more difficult it will be for you to make it. And then some nice descents. This one was not super technical. You can always lose or win some seconds here. It was just fun. This track was fun, even though you are hurt. You feel the pain. It is so much fun. Cross country is the sport for me. I'm loving it. And now after this descent, we're gonna have another climb, and not very steep. I think I was riding like 32-46 on my cassette. And now we are getting into the rock garden. Here I could also make one bigger jump, like right here. And then we have A line on the left, B line on the right. And the left one is tricky. Many riders went off like over the bars here. I'm gonna show you why. That's because this part is okay, but then there is drop light right here. If my wheel was like 10 centimeters to the left, I would go over the bars. You need to go straight into this place, and you don't see it because the rock is pretty high just before it. So you need to plan it during your trainings. If you don't know the course, that would be very, very tricky. As you can see, my A line is shorter, so I was making up some time right here, and then very nice berms, very nice corners. Oh, it was lovely. It was a lovely track. So guys, I am uploading less now because I'm training more, and I will definitely show you some more cross country and my better version of a racer next year, next season. But now, you see, this place where I said I need to learn to jump, to fly more with my bike. We're gonna compare the time when I was riding behind the other riders, and just alone. I am faster, but it's not that much faster. You can see, what is it, half a second right here, maybe not even that. Then there will be another bump right here on the right side. That's the second loop. Okay, I'm here. It was, yeah, I think it was like half a second, not more. And then two more tight turns, tight corners. I will make up a little bit more time right here, but I should do more. If I was, you could easily be like 5 seconds faster here, and 5 seconds multiplied by 4 laps, or 6 laps for the elite riders, which I'm gonna try to race, I'm gonna race with next season. That's a lot of time. Now another descent comparison. First lap on the left side and the second lap on the right side. I was faster on the third and fourth, but we're just because, you know, I'm learning the track also during racing. But the second lap was faster because I didn't have anyone ahead of me. I didn't have to brake when they were braking, and so you see this place, whoop, on the right side, and now on the left side. So a little bit more time here, but it will be even more. It will be some seconds gained at the bottom. It is always very motivating for you when you know you are faster than the riders who are trying to catch up behind you, because you know they will lose time on the descents. And if it's really cross-country track, this is very tricky part, because here you really have to brake your bike, your 29er, in order to go to the left. I'm always, you see, stopping here on the right side. And I did have to unclip this time. So on the second lap out of 4, I had to unclip. But now I'm prepared. I'm going like straight to this wall, going down, and you can already see me, boom, gaining the speed. And that's what, 2 seconds or so, might be 2-3 seconds, because this is slow-mo. So that's good. Could be more. It could be more. And now these two trees. You see, I'm taking like really wide corner, and now on the right side I'm already going in between the trees. On the left side I'm going straight into the tree, which makes me brake a lot. So on the right side I'm a little bit faster, but I already have higher speed, so I'll only gain the time right here comparing to the first lap. That's how we make the time on the cross-country races, especially on the amateur races, because they are not that fast. Now comparison between 4 climbs. This is a great thing, because you can see how is your endurance. Left top, first lap, right top, second lap, left bottom, third lap, right bottom, fourth lap. The sound is from the first lap, so left top. And that's interesting thing. I thought that the first one wouldn't be the fastest because I felt a lot of energy left for another laps. But as you will see, I was just full of adrenaline and overtaking, and so it was the fastest lap actually. But on the races before, I could see a lot of difference on the first, second, third, fourth, sometimes fifth lap. I was slower and slower. That means lack of endurance. Here I do have the endurance. I didn't suffer so much on the third and fourth lap here. So that's good. You can see now which lap is the fastest. That's the first one for sure, and that was cool. Now we are just going down, guys. I do enjoy racing so much. Let me know if you like these videos, and I hope you will also try out some cross country because it is amazing. See you soon. Bye bye.